Hello, I'm Nelson Pereira from bnetTV. Welcome to the Mobile World Congress 2012 in Barcelona. And with us is Mark Windle. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm very good, thanks.
Can you talk to us about OpenCloud and what does your company do and what role they play in the ecosystem?
Sure. So OpenCloud is a technology provider. We provide technology to the mobile operators, fixed line operators, and the whole idea is about enabling innovation within the service layer for the operators.
And talking about services, one of the things you always find out is the operators are always building the network, but they don't take total advantage of what can be in the network.
Yeah, I think that the network is obviously the core services of voice, messaging and data, but there are assets in there as well. There's profile information about subscribers, there's location, there's charging as well, and they're all opportunities for innovating and doing something a little bit different and adding value. And I think when we're looking at the threat that's coming from the over-the-top players, I think there's a tremendous need for much more innovation within the cloud itself, the network cloud.
Do you think that many of the operators out there are starting to feel that they've been left behind because the industry itself, as it develops itself in terms of the operator and the services like the Skype or the Google Plus of the world, the operators are starting to feel that we should be playing a role on that market as well and also have a profit behind that market. Do you feel that companies such as yours can bring that new idea, new innovation of how the operators can now take advantage not only their infrastructure but applications themselves?
Absolutely. I think that, the squeeze is on from the over-the-top players. The operators need to do something. They need to do it fast. They need to innovate in a way that's competitive, not with other operators, but it's competitive with the over-the-top players. And that means dramatically shortening the timescales for innovation. They need to get a lot more diversity as well into their innovation. If we see what the likes of Google do, it's fast, it's prolific, and it's diverse. But also, and this is really key, they've got to cut the cost out, because at the moment it's costing operators way too much to innovate, and this is absolutely killing any opportunity that they might have. They decide not to do because the business case doesn't stack up. So cost is absolutely critical, and cutting that out is necessary.
And in general, how long has your company been doing this? Obviously, the industry has been, the data portion of the industry has been growing, and it has started in the last, I'd say, 15 years. So and it's getting bigger and bigger, and the operators are playing a very important role. And what is OpenCloud doing in terms of facilitate the operators' needs in terms of the market?
So OpenCloud has been around for just over 10 years. We have over 40 customers, some big names including Vodafone, T-Mobile, and in Europe, Asia, and other countries around the world. And I think the key thing that they're coming to us for is the open platform. So using our open platform, they can source innovation from a much wider pool, so they get greater diversity. It's a competitive pool, it's a free market, so that they can drive down the cost as well, because they're not playing monopolistic pricing. Right. They can get the innovation from multiple sources, and whether they're doing the development in-house or working with third parties, using our platform, they can do it themselves. They're not reliant on us. So they have that huge scope, and I think that is very critical. That's the number one reason that we're being chosen.
And what is new this year in 2012 in Barcelona that OpenCloud is bringing to the Mobile World Congress?
I think it's a message that's that much stronger. We've had a succession of recent wins with small companies and large companies, with new market entrants as well. So for example, Golan Telecom, we made a recent announcement about the work there. So in Israel, they're new to the market. They've come in very aggressive price points, and this is exactly the sort of change in mindset that's required within the industry. Approaching it differently, doing it differently, using different technology to help achieve that innovation and that low price benchmarking.
Well, I'm sure that the industry itself, as it moves forward and the data cap keeps increasing, because actually everybody now is having more smartphones out there, and the providers need to start playing a role in it. And I'm pretty sure your company, OpenCloud, will play a very important key of it, in which the providers now will start looking at different revenues into their own industry.
Yeah, I think that it's not just about data. I think let's be clear, data is growing. Data has been growing prolifically, as you say. But I think plain old voice, high definition voice is going to come on stream. We're going to see a lot more talk about that, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And voice is fantastic because it's human communication. So let's not write off the old forms. Right. But let's merge them, let's blend them, let's take voice, let's take data, let's combine them, let's innovate.
Because everything is, in the terms of communication, you got the voice side, you got the SMS side, you got the data side. Everything is running to the provider, and OpenCloud had to be able to provide better solutions to the providers and how to use their network.
Absolutely. It is. I've talked about innovation being important. But the fundamental reason why the operators are becoming, or rather their customers, are now using their services without even thinking about the operator. They're thinking about the Skype, they're thinking about the Facebook, they're thinking about the Google. You've got to get relevancy. You've got to be relevant if you want to be the operator and command value and therefore revenue. And so innovation is actually going to help with that relevancy as well. That is tremendously important.
Well, Mr. Mark Windle, thanks so much for spending time with us. As always, I always have a great pleasure to meet you guys, and I'll see you next year.
That's fantastic. Thank you. It's been great to meet you.
And this is Nelson Pereira from bnetTV at the Mobile World Congress 2012. Thank you.